Hey guys, welcome to another Dancing with the Stars recap. Last week, Buzz and Ashley were eliminated. That was really sad because Buzz was really trying. Alright, so this week it's the old double score showdown. One set of scores for technique and one set for performance. Just another gimmick. Alright, so the dances this week are the Rumba and the Tango. Love both of them a lot. The judges had a little round table discussion on the Tango, and what they want to see is some passion, drama, and intensity. And they want to see these three moves: a Viennese cross, outside swivel, and a Contra check. Anna Demidova and Jonathan demonstrated the dance, and let's just say it was fabulous. As fabulous as it was, though, the singers sucked. What is with the singers this season? I mean, they've always been questionable because they kind of take a good song and they make it into elevator music most of the time. But this season, they have just been horrendous. I'm sorry. I think it's time to go instrumental. All right, so Erin and Maksim were up first, and they had the Tango. And she hurt her back during the rehearsal, but I don't think it was really that bad. She did a pretty good job on the performance. She was very nervous, though, which kind of affected her and made her performance a little robotic. So for technical, they ended up with an 18, and for performance, they ended up with a 21 for a grand total of 39. Evan and Anna were up next, and they also had the Tango. His technique has greatly improved. I mean, yes, he's an Olympic athlete and a figure skater, but he's not a dancer. But he's definitely got that musicality because he's got to, in his biz. They said that his technique was really great, but it still looked like his butt was sticking out to me, unless he's just got a bubble butt. I'm not sure. I don't remember him having a bubble butt in the Olympics, but I don't know. I don't remember Shawn Johnson being that heavy either in the Olympics, so off-season is different than Olympic season. All right, so technique, they ended up with a 26. Performance, they ended up with a 26 as well, so they have a grand total of 52. I thought the scores were a little bit high for them. They're judges' favorites, they like the Olympic athletes. All right, now it's time for the Rumba explanation. All you gotta know is it's romantic. And the judges want to see a spiral into a rope spin, an open out, and sliding doors, which are one of my favorite moves in the Rumba. All right, so Dmitry Kym and Kym Johnson demonstrated it, and it was on fire. They had to get the fire extinguishers out. It was crazy. I love Kym and Dmitry. They're two of my favorite dancers. Niecy and Louie had the first Rumba of the night, and she was dedicating it to her brother. Basically, Louie said, "You're going to dedicate this to your brother," but she thought it was a good idea too. So it took her half the dance to loosen up to where she was getting comfortable. It's not easy to be sexy and exposed out there in such a slow dance. But she was starting to get it, and then just when she started to get it, the dance was over. So I felt bad because I think she definitely had the potential to be really sexy. Like, it looked better in the video package than the actual performance did. So for technique, they ended up with an 18, and for performance, they ended up with an 18 for a 36. I thought the judges were just a tad harsh on them. Aiden and Edyta up next with a Rumba also. He can do sexy. Oh yeah, he showed us this week. He was definitely much better than last week, but honey, there is still much work to be done with you. I think the judges were really harsh on him, especially technique-wise. A 15? Come on. That was light years ahead of a 15. And performance in 18, they ended up with a 33. Nicole and Derek up with the third Rumba. Beautiful, effortless, sexy. Okay, it wasn't perfect, but it was damn good. It was a good Rumba. Technically, they only gave them a 25. And performance-wise, they only gave them a 25. So I think, well, they ended up with a 50, but I think their score, I don't know. Len just does not like the talented ladies. The only lady I can remember him really liking was Jenny Garth, and she was not all that great. All right, Jake and Chelsea up next with a tango. He is so type A. Ugh, it just makes his performance so creepy because he just freaks out during the whole thing. And he got so crazy that he almost wiped out. He slid on his heel. I don't know how he could navigate the stairs so well doing those crazy turns, but yet walking across the floor, he almost wipes out. So, a little weird there. Technically, they ended up with a 19. Performance-wise, also a 19. So they ended up with a 38 total. Kate and Tony up next with the tango. She's got problems. I mean, come on. Her husband's suing her for full custody. But there was a shred of improvement from last week. She's trying. At least she's trying, people. Keep her on the show. She needs the money, and I like her. I like her as a person. You know, everybody might say she's a bitch, but I don't think so. I like her. Technically, the judges were very harsh, but you know what? There was not a whole lot of substance there. It was a whole lot of walking around. 14. Performance, 18. Total, 32. People, you gotta save her. I want to give her a shot. I mean, she doesn't have a musical bone in her body. It would be nice to see what Tony can do for her by the end of the show if you guys kept her on long enough. Chad and Cheryl up next with the Rumba. He got his sexy on. And let me say, what a weird ending where they fell down on that circle of feathers. Why was the circle of feathers so big? They were so small in comparison. At first I thought it was like a sheepskin rug or something like that. But it was feathers. That was kind of weird. I don't know why it was so big. Did they miss the mark and like need to fall in the middle of the feathers or something? Something was wacky going on there. And I think Miss Cheryl's attitude has changed since he's given her a $10,000 diamond ring. It was I'm sorry I put you through so much and I suck, but I really like you $10,000 ring. She looked pretty happy with that ring. Technically, they got a 21. Performance-wise, 23. I mean, he can move those hips. So, yeah, I think he deserved those scores. Total of 44 for him. Pamela and Damien closed the show with a Rumba. And let me tell you, it was sexy. It wasn't triple X, but it was sexy. And that's nice because I didn't want it to be dirty. I like classy. This could be her breakthrough week, I'm pretty sure, because she really just needed that confidence before. A lot of people that are good looking and popular and everything, they're really shy. And I think this might be her confidence building week. So technically 23, performance wise 24. They ended up with a 47. It wasn't that great of a score, but I think it's going to give her a little bit more confidence this week. So at the top of the leaderboard is Evan and Anna with a 52. And at the bottom, unfortunately, is Kate and Tony. Save Kate and Tony this week. Send home Jake. They have a 32, by the way. All right, so the results show is tomorrow. Sade is going to perform. The Macy's Stars of Dance are going to perform, who are a.k.a. the New York City Ballet this week, and Nothing But Strings is backing them up. And the baby ballrooms are back. The young dancers are back. And I believe Mark Ballas is coaching them. So that's going to be incredible. Till tomorrow, much love.